Hello Geneva, and welcome to Geneva Works. I'm your host, Kevin Starr. Did you know that Geneva is ranked one of the safest communities by a recent real estate blog? Much of the kudos goes to our police department and our hardworking officers that are on the streets every single day. Today, we're talking with Commander Eric Passarelli about the department's operations and programs.
Well, Kevin, I think the fact that Geneva is one of the safest communities really starts with our residents. Without them having faith in us and trusting us to do our job, we wouldn't be able to accomplish any of the goals that we have. To me, it's, we can't be everywhere. So we really rely on our citizens to be our eyes and ears. We're extremely lucky that the citizens are engaged in the safety of the community, and they do not hesitate to call us when they see a crime occurring, they see something that just doesn't feel right. And what that allows us to do is to intervene in a situation quickly before it has a chance to escalate. We have very well-trained, solution-oriented police officers who take every call for service very seriously. What we really want them to do and what they practice every day is finding a long-term solution for a problem. If our officers have to go back to a scene or deal with a situation 3, 4, 5 times, the chances are that the level of crime could escalate, the seriousness of the crime could escalate. So by our officers really finding a long-term solution and throwing all the resources that we have available at the problem, it contributes to the overall safety of the community because we don't have to continue to deal with those situations. Well, obviously, the request tracker is a great tool. All city departments can be reached through the request tracker. The police department has some specific areas of concern that can be addressed, and those include neighborhood issues, traffic safety problems, parking issues, or just a miscellaneous concern that you would like addressed. We really recommend, though, since that request tracker is not manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that if you have an instance that requires the immediate assistance of the police department, that you don't hesitate to call 911. We frequently have people say, oh, I don't want to be a bother, I don't want to call 911. That's what it's there for. It's the easiest and quickest way to get us there, and it guarantees a quick response from the police department. Some examples of things that have come through the request tracker that probably would have been better addressed by calling 911 would be instances where you need an immediate response, such as a loud music complaint that's causing a problem or a concern for you, or your driveway is blocked by a car and you're unable to get out. With it not being covered again 24/7, we may not see that response until 2 days later. So obviously it's not going to be resolved to your satisfaction. So in those circumstances, we ask that you call 911 and you'll get an officer right away. And in regards to using the non-emergency number of the police department, if it's manned 24 hours there, you'll get a records specialist who will answer the phone, will listen to what you have to say, and if that instance that you're reporting needs a police officer to be sent, they can actually transfer you to 911. They're all very well trained at evaluating those situations. So again, if you don't feel comfortable calling 911, you can call the non-emergency number of the police department and get the exact same service that you would get. Geneva School District went back into session on August 20th. Our police department takes school zone safety very seriously. We want to assure that everyone involved with the schools, from the students to staff to parents to school bus drivers, have a successful and safe school year. So I'm sure you've seen at this point, being that school has already started up, a very visible police presence in the area. What our officers are really looking for are those violations that we found tend to lead to traffic crashes within school zones and throughout the community in general. Some of those violations that we would be looking for are using your cell phone while driving, texting while driving, speeding in a school zone, and failure to yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk. Those areas around the schools get very congested in the morning, so we're really asking people just to slow down, take your time, and again, do everything you can to help us partner and have a safe and successful school year. Well, first and most importantly, we want everyone to have a safe and fun night. The recommended hours that we encourage are from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. This obviously allows for some daylight while the children are out trick-or-treating. Some basic safety tips that we recommend would be trick-or-treat in groups, if you can, or with a trusted adult. While we have a very safe community, it's still a good practice to have other people with you while you're out trick-or-treating. As far as your costume goes, we ask that you attach some sort of reflective tape either to the costume or to the bag, so that if you are crossing the roadways, that you do have something on your costume that catches the attention of motorists while they're out driving around. Obviously there's a lot of children and a lot of people out, so anything you can do to make yourself more identifiable is a definite benefit. As far as the candy itself and the end result of your trick-or-treating day, make sure that you check the candy to make sure there's no choking hazard or anything that looks like it may have been tampered with or was not sealed properly. Again, a safe community, but you don't want to take any chances with candy that's not secured in the proper way. Well, every crime that we have within Geneva, we take time and evaluate. Car burglaries are obviously an area of concern to the police department and to the residents. This calendar year so far, we've had 13 car burglaries. 12 of those car burglaries occurred to vehicles that were unlocked. So if we were to offer one bit of advice, the most important thing would be lock your cars. Most of these crimes are crimes of opportunity. So when the burglars are out and they're looking for a victim, they check those cars that are the easiest access, and as our reports have proven, that's cars that are unlocked. We recommend that if you have any valuables, that you don't leave them in your car. If for some reason you can't remove a valuable, try and hide it as best you can. If you can park your car in a well-lit area, that's very important. Again, it makes your car less attractive to someone who's looking to commit a crime. And another important aspect is if you hear or see anything suspicious, don't hesitate to call us. Again, that's what 911's for. We would rather respond to a scene like that and have it be nothing, as compared to getting out the next day and having to take reports for people who had valuables stolen from inside their cars. Well, we really strive to provide programs for all different age groups within the community and be as well-rounded with what we present as is possible. Some examples of that would be a Risk Watch class that we provide for children who are entering first grade. We do that in conjunction with the Geneva Fire Department, and it's a class that helps children make safe decisions. Some of the areas that are covered are water safety, fire safety, and bicycle and pedestrian safety. Obviously all very important things. For middle school students, we offer an internet safety program. We have an officer specially trained. She presents these to the students and to their parents. Some of the main topics are social media safety. As you know, there's new apps that are developed every day. The children are very savvy when it comes to those, and a lot of times we as parents are not. So it gives us an opportunity to learn more about it and make sure that our children are using the social media safely. Which is obviously very important. We have officers who help teach driver's ed in the high school. This gives the students in the high school some exposure to the police department, lets them know what they can expect from us and what we would expect from them in a traffic stop, so that the new drivers know what to expect when they get out there, and hopefully build a solid foundation for them. We offer programs for our seniors. Unfortunately, seniors are frequently the target of financial scams. We have officers specially trained to help teach them what to look for and to help them so that they aren't victims of these types of crimes. We offer a child safety seat inspection program for Geneva residents, where the officers go through extensive training to learn how to safely install the seats, to know when they've been recalled, so that the product that you have in your car is the safest product available for your child. We have a vacation watch program where if you're going to be away on vacation for a period of time, you can fill out a form at the police department, and the officers will provide a directed patrol of your home while you're away on vacation. Obviously can provide some peace of mind while you're away and one less thing to worry about when you're preparing for a vacation. We also offer crime prevention programs where we have an officer who's trained in the best practices in regards to crime prevention. He does site surveys of businesses to help them understand ways that they can prevent thefts and prevent being the victim of a crime. So we offer those services back to the community to really try and help them out. And another service that we offer is a prescription drug take-back program. And what that allows is for Geneva residents to dispose of medication that they may not need anymore, that's expired. It gets it out of their medicine cabinets. A lot of studies have been done that show a lot of times that medication ends up in the water supplies and different areas and communities that it shouldn't. You can bring it into the police department and we dispose of it in an appropriate manner. It's a very popular program and it brings in a great deal of prescription medication every year. If you're looking for more information on the Geneva Police Department, you can find us on the city's website under City Departments. The address of the police department is 20 Police Plaza, and while it can be confusing to find, the entrance is actually off of James Street, just east of Route 31, and the non-emergency number to the police department is 630-232-4736.
That is all the time we have for Geneva Works. We'd like to thank Commander Eric Passarelli for his insight and knowledge of the police department. We'd also like to thank you for watching. We hope you tune in again next month to see how Geneva is working for you.